his leadership role on the House Defense Appropriations Subcommittee helped the Ohio National Guard improve its readiness and move toward the future that who could have known we were going to realize, particularly with this recent war. And he successfully secured over $200 million in federal funding for military projects that bettered the life of our guardsmen right here in Ohio. You know, Congressman Hobson's work, his courage, and his willingness to lead embody the spirit of fellow guardsmen like himself who answered the call to serve America. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our man of the hour, our man of the day, Congressman Dave Hobson.
Tonight, this building wouldn't be here, as General Waite knows, if it was for Kenny Craft and some language we put in. The Air Force tried to steal the money back. We wouldn't let it get back. General Waite got in a big fight over it up there. And Homer was, I don't see Homer, Homer's someplace. A lot of this stuff wouldn't be here, but except for Homer. When we saved this base on the BRAC a couple times by the numbers, and there's a lot of stories about BRAC that we won't go into today. But I really believe in the Guard. I've worked with the active duty, I've worked with the reserves and the Guard. I still wish we could, there's one thing I want to preach on before I go. I really wish this base could get together, the Guard could get together with the reserves and the regulars and build this assault strip out here. We would save a lot of money. It costs money, but we would save a lot of money. So we can't do earmarks anymore, so we got to figure out. This was an earmark, by the way. And probably couldn't be built today with Milcon the way it is today. And this is the only place, I think, in the United States that has this type of capability for this country. So when you look at this, this is a national institution that performs at very difficult times for this country, and it's here in Springfield. And one of the reasons it's here in Springfield is because of the good work of all the people that have worked at this base over these years. It's been very easy to step up for Springfield and ask for things for Springfield and the Guard in general, because I knew when you got them, they were going to be used well, and the people were dedicated. And the people have been very loyal in this community. The community has supported the Guard, and the Guard has supported the community. And you know, we all move on, we all go into other things, but this is a good perpetuation of the quality of life for our young people in Springfield. And I still preach to people. I have people come up to me and say, I can't afford to go to college. That doesn't go over well with me, because you could join the Guard and we'll pay your way to college, and you don't have to pay it back, and you don't have any debt. The only debt you have is to serve part-time, or if you get called active duty, those times, but it's free. It's free to you as far as paying back, except in your time and service. So I don't have a lot of sympathy for people who come to me and say, I can't afford to go to college. You can go to college. If you really want to go and you're willing to put forth the effort, you can do it. Or even if you don't go to college, you could go in the service and you can learn things that you can use on the outside. Now, John and Bob and I were so screwing off so bad, we didn't learn that much. But that was a different day. The Guard today, really, you can learn great skills, and I would encourage the Guard or Reserve, anybody. I particularly like the structure of the Guard because it's independent and it's a little less controlled by the regular services, and I think that dichotomy is pretty good for our country. So I hope you can walk around and look at some things that are in here. People seem to be interested in a couple of things in the plaques that are around. There's a thing back there with Karzai that was done in Uzbekistan. I met him again in Turkey. There's a picture back there of in Baghdad. We were the first Codel in Baghdad. Rumsfeld didn't want us to go. The speaker said, we're going. They gave us a Gulfstream 3, which had no legs. We stopped everywhere in the world and to get there. And then they wouldn't let us out of the base. They brought everybody in. They wouldn't let us go into Baghdad that time, although we did drive it later. But they brought everybody out to us. They flew my friend in a helicopter, and we talked to Ohio troops, and there's a picture out there of that. Over the years, the Guard has been invaluable to the state, and I really enjoyed my association with the Guard after I got out, particularly. And I've enjoyed working with the adjutant generals over the years. Greg became a particular friend of mine, and we still work together today, and Matt. And we still try to look out for the Guard wherever we do. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody who came today. Thank you for everybody who was part of my life in doing what we tried to do. Was not just the Guard here, but we tried to help people. I think if you looked at the things, the cases that all these ladies sitting in this, they're all sitting together in this row with Kay behind them. If you look at the human beings that we work cases for to get, and there's still some stuff. We never did get the VA fixed up, and we're still working on that, Mr. Duff, aren't we? I'm still working a VA case. But we never got it all done because there's a lot to do, but you people put your lives forward for all these people and did a great job. So I'm very proud of this building. I want to see this base survive for the people in this community so that there is an important thing, and I'm going to stop with this, I'm going too long, but the problem we have today is we need to make sure that the military and the community are together. And that's why having these Guard bases around makes the community understand what's going on. Because if we're all on regular basis someplace and and we're moving around the country, we don't get that commonality that you have here, running and going into the grocery store, running into people who work at the Guard, who spent their whole lives working in the Guard but have another job or full-time at the Guard. It's important for community to have those as many places as we can, and I think it's important for the security of our country, and certainly this facility here is going to contribute for a long time. And we're coming to something that we talked about, Homer, a long time ago, getting this base all together. It took, the state legislature got into it recently. The reason they're not here, they're in Columbus, but hopefully they're getting some more money for back here. But but getting this road finished here was a lot of planning on the road, a lot of work between the state and the Guard and everybody to make this work, and the local community all stepped up. So I appreciate everybody working together, and it'll be fun to see where this base goes in the future, because I'm sure with the things we have here, it's going to be hard to take this away from our community, and especially as long as all the people that work here make it such a quality place. Thank you very much for today.